Since you've unearthed the truth about my heritage, I suppose there is nothing better than me to join you and add my strength to your own culture. Who is this vermin that tries to scurry from my sight? No, stay, I see you, and if I see you, I can strike. Hello and welcome to another video in our epic journey through Stone Age to all the ages available in this amazing game of Rise of Cultures. In this video, we will advance, unlock Alliance Culture, which is called Rise of Egypt. Without further ado, let's start off the battle for Egypt. Be prepared to die, scum. My forces will battle with the ferocity of a desert storm. Now we have a new enemy on the horizon, Menes. First battle, we will dive into this one, and you see we have some Egyptian warriors fighting against us. They actually look cool. I really like the graphics of these enemies that they change. And also on the battlefield you see there's some Egyptian buildings. It's also looking very cool. We will go here by just archers and just infantry, and we'll put one infantry in the back because we need some more of them to survive the battle. Now we have Minos, which will summon troops. Now let's start the battle. What you want to do here is just heal your infantry, throw rocks on the infantry of the enemy. You can either bolster your infantry with the horses, either attack the archers. We will boost the infantry with the horsemen. You see, Menes' army is kinda strong, but these first battles are going to be easy, and our Minos troops are actually making huge difference because we have some extra troops to cover our archers during the battle if our infantry fails. Congratulations, we won the battle. We got 800 gold for winning this one. Next battle for the Valley of the Gods. Let's continue and find some more Menes army. Here, as you can see, not so much difference than the previous one. I would say it's completely the same. There is nothing here new, so we just put our troops just the same way without horsemen and start off the battle. I will just let you enjoy the battle without me speaking because these battles are all the same and there is not much to comment honestly on these parts. Here, as you can see, we encountered some lags in the game, but the game saves the progress, so it's okay, and this screen just shows that we won. Congratulations to us. Next battle for the Valley of the Gods is going to be the right one on top. We're gonna dive right into it. And on these battles, I will just let you enjoy the battle. We just put our troops as usual and just dive into the battle, like we always do. Congratulations, we won the battle and we got 200 gold for Egypt. Now let's say what Menes has to say about it. You may have freed the Egyptian kingdom, but we lurk in the shadows and prepare for the next battle. Alrighty, we got 2 land expansions for Egypt and 2 research points, which is quite nice. Now let's scout the next land, and by the time, welcome to the Egypt, our first allied culture that is available to us. And this how it begins. Our first unlocked allied culture is going to be Egypt. Egypt, small house, luxurious house, so we unlock the first spot. Now let's say what Cleopatra has to say for us. She says, truly, one who would help a culture in need is a partner to be cherished. Would you help us rebuild our great Egyptian kingdom? Oh yes, sure we would. Now she says, tap the new allied cultures button to visit Egypt. Let's just go for it. And as you see, when you click it, you have all your allied cultures, which you unlock in the process. They would be available here. Now we tap on the Egypt. It is now available to us, and we can see a different culture, different lands. It is a delight to welcome one who liberated our lands to my Egyptian kingdom. Much of what you'll see will seem familiar. Our workers, like your own, are always willing to help build improvements. Let's start with a home. So we build just the same way as in the main city. We put up a small home, choose a place for it, but now we cannot as a tutorial. And we just say, okay, you certainly guide my workers with a steady hand, but whilst your workers earn coins, here in Egypt the currency is Deben. Now we would need to collect this currency in order to build something and advance something in the Egypt allied culture. As you see, here is the River Nile, and Cleopatra wants to say, water is a valuable resource in the Egyptian kingdom, with our main source coming from the mighty Nile. The point of this is that when you build buildings on the coast, or you find other ways with other buildings to get higher water level to those buildings, they will have more production. Now it works the same way as the cultural sites in your main city. To make the buildings more productive, they need to be placed next to a strong source of water, like the Nile. So that's what I was talking about. Now we have constructed our first house, and there will be quests I ask you to complete. In return, I offer my loyalty from now until the end of time. I now leave my kingdom in your capable hands. So there we have it. Now we have Egypt to control in parallel with our main city. Now let's see, we can build 4 houses in total. They will give us workers, and those workers will later be sent to make the production. For now, as you see, I don't put the houses near the water, because later on I will put the production workshops, which I would need, so we would have production started in Egypt. For now, let's discover new land. There is now blood between us, you and I. We will make sure that it flows freely from your army on the battlefield. Menes is as usually threatening us, and we'll start by going into this first battle against him. These battles are a little bit different than those we had before against him, but pretty much the same overall anyway, so we'll just put the troops, we will spread them out because there is no point to stack them, there is no cavalry on the enemy side, and then we will put our cavalry, for example, like this, so that we can try to attack archers as fast as possible. Now we have Minos troops, so this should be a lot easier for us to do the battles. First, we're gonna heal this cavalry and throw some rocks on the left of the battlefield where there are a lot of Menes troops fighting us. As well as we're gonna boost a little bit of our infantry with the Menes horsemen there. You see now they're doing a great job at distracting enemy infantry, and we're gonna just throw rocks on the archers now because they're too powerful there and just shooting the infantry down. Adding some Menes troops here to fight off the archers, and so that our archers survive longer. Now these battles are a little bit tougher than previous ones, maybe just because I don't have upgraded cavalry, but still easy to do. As you see, whatever layout you use, you're still gonna win. Congratulations. For this, we gain 300 Egypt resources. The second battle for the Dust Bowl is going to happen here on the left. In our case, you can choose any tile you want. The battles are pretty much the same, so I will just let you enjoy the battle. Now, what you want to remember is you want to summon your cavalry from the miners somewhere on the side from the enemy for two things. First of all, you're gonna summon them so that they would attack the row you want. And secondly, you would summon them on the side just because they need a little bit of road they can run towards the enemy. That's where they get their cavalry boost. Congratulations, we won the battle. Now for this battle we get a 2000 Egyptian coins. The last battle for the Dust Bowl, which will give us 1 expansion for Egypt allied culture and 25 gears, will be the top one here, and it's all completely the same as the others here. You get the same groups of infantry and the same amount of groups of archers, and so you do completely the same every battle, nothing special about it. Sometimes bolstering your infantry is a better choice than to rush for the archers, because the more infantry survives, the easier to win the battle. So I will just let you enjoy it as always, and I will come back when we finish the battle. Congratulations, we won the battle. And now we got 200 Egyptian gold for winning it. Let's see what Menes has to say for it. Revel in your pointless victory, I have other surprises in store. Well, we don't doubt that. And we get an expansion and 25 gears. As usual, now we have 2 lands to scout, and we'll start with the left one. By the time, I wanted to show you what has happened to my Egypt allied culture. Now, as you see in the tech tree, I'm now at the moment at this point, and therefore this is how my village looks like. I have upgrade available to upgrade my houses to the level 2, just like this, so they produce more coins of the Egypt allied culture. And as you see, I placed on the river only the production buildings, because it's highly important. You will need tons and tons and tons of these papyruses and tons of these unks. So I need to boost their production, and therefore I've put in all my wells and these buildings on the river, so they get hydrated from both sides and they produce as much as possible. As you see now, my papyrus press gives me plus 50%, which is very high at this point in the game and makes me progress a lot easier. Now on this point, I thank you all for watching. If you got any questions, feel free to leave a comment. Be sure to hit a like and subscribe for my next videos.